Hello everyone, we are back. Welcome back to Aluminum Tarot. We're going to read for Sagittarius for today. We've been wrapping up the fire signs readings and I'll have those posted tomorrow. It is Monday at the time of doing this particular reading, along with Aries and Leo, which came before that. We're going to read now for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising in their love department. So we're going to finish this for the rest of May 2024. What I'm going to try to do is start getting out the content for June by the end of this month. And so that way we get this out, we can go ahead and catch up with everything else and then just keep the content flowing as much as possible with a few sporadic speciality reads in between those. If you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, and ding the notification bell so that you don't miss any updates. And also, if you would like a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me in the information provided in the description box. Be aware of scammers. You know how they operate. Don't let them steal your money. And don't let them steal my business either. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into this for Sagittarius. Hopefully everything's been going well now that we have 5 planets in Taurus, and we will be moving Jupiter into Gemini very soon. This is pretty much the last day of Taurus season. We're going to start moving eventually. Well, let me double check if that's the last day. I think it's the last day of Taurus season. Anyways, don't quote me on that. We're going to move into Gemini season very soon. So Geminis will be coming up next for the following readings, all the air signs. And we're going to see what's taking place. We're going to give a quick snapshot of what's happening in your love life, the likely outcome by the end of May, and then we'll move forward from there. So let's get into it. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Two more. Sagittarius Love, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sagittarius Love, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, let's get started. Put on my thimble. Shared energy between Sagittarius and their person. Aries just got that same one, if I'm not mistaken. Clarify. Clarify. Okay. We're going to think about the thoughts. Sagittarius' thoughts. Oof. Sagittarius person's thoughts. Sagittarius' feelings. Oh, everything is just wayward. And I just rolled over my card. Anyways, brilliant. Might be looking into a new Rider-Waite deck soon. I have completely desecrated this deck with all the rough shuffling. Sagittarius' person's feelings. Sagittarius' outward actions. Sagittarius' outward actions. Sagittarius persons outward actions. Father. Right, and outcome. Okay, that one wants to stick. And the advice. Okay. So, bottom of the deck, Tower reversed. Basically, you dodged a massive bullet. And for you, you could kind of see that the writing was on the wall with this relationship that you recently dealt with, at least the most important, the most striking relationship that you had, and the one that left the biggest impression on you, because basically this was something that you saw coming a mile a minute, which was the person that you were dealing with at the time had massive red flags. It was very apparent and very evident in that what you saw this person was delivering to you was not built on a stable foundation. This person may have just wanted a sex-based connection, because this is Aries and Scorpio. Those are both ruled by passions. And additionally, they may not have wanted anything but a quick fling. So saying that, you kind of just brought the tower down without a second thought. And this allowed you to become a bit more solid and build a life without considering this person in it. Because normally with the tower, you build the foundation, then it comes crumbling down after you realize it's not solid. With the tower reverse, you don't even strike out a blueprint. You're just like, nah, this ain't worth it. So we start with the center part here, which is the Two of Cups reverse, Three of Swords reverse, the Two of Swords reverse. We have the 3 and the 2 of Swords. That equals the 5 of Swords reverse. This is you not wanting to fight for this relationship and wanting to lay down the conflict. Furthermore, with the Two of Cups reverse, you've realized that this is a massive falling out. There was no reciprocity in the things that you shared or you decided to exchange with one another. Perhaps, your cup had, cognac or brandy in it, and their cup was basically like whatever was in the toilet at the time. And when the two of you exchange, you're just like, this kind of tastes like pee. Why are you giving this to me? This isn't what I asked for. And so this person may not have provided you an equal exchange of emotional energy. And I think that in disconnecting from this, it allowed you to do 2 things. It allowed you to finally put an end to this, which is the Two of Swords reverse. Normally, it's indecision in the upright. Sometimes in the reverse, it can insinuate not wanting to, to contemplate this anymore. And then furthermore, you have the 3 of Swords in the reverse, which means that between the two of you, the heartbreak is subsiding. And additionally, you are coming back to best in the sense that even though you've detached, it's been for a good reason, because that 2 of Swords is in the reverse. And additionally, you have the 3 of Swords here, leading us to believe that the worst is past you. You've already grieved and you've already gotten past the heartbreak. Now, the way you think about this relationship, this is not someone that you want to give a solid offering of stability and love to. You know that this person is for a good time, not a long time. And additionally, they have made that apparently very clear in your mind, which is that the things that they did that put you off have been revealed. This may have taken place over many moons, and I would actually say that this has taken place over a long period of time. With the moon reverse, the moon normally comes in cycles. It's all the fears and insecurities, using your intuition to guide yourself through the process. And for you, You also know that perhaps this was more of a third party situation. Some people would say that this was involved with work with Three of Pentacles. I see it as quid pro quo, which means that I give you something, you give me something, and then I get something from someone else. And so, in essence, there's more than one person getting a practical, they're getting a practical thing out of this relationship. So if it's sex-based, it's like, I smash with you on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I go see another person. If it's a work-related situation, it would be, we're working together as a team. It's great to do that at work. It's not really the best to do that in the bedroom, unless you're into threesomes, which is totally up to you. On this person's side, they have, see here, the Queen of Cups reversed by the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Sorry, let me get this right. Queen of Cups reverse, Knight of Wands reverse, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles reverse. So in your mind, you have decided, or this person has decided rather, to detach emotionally from what has been taking place between the dynamics between you two, after they realize that between the two of you there is a massive disconnect. They've detached emotionally. They may have used emotional manipulation in the past. They are going off to explore their options and going to basically smash about because they don't really see that you are worth the investment in their eyes. And this indicates a bit more of this person's rather unstable kind of player tendencies, if you want to call them that. This is not really the person that invests in anything. Maybe they didn't want to invest in something after you maybe offered that Ace of Pentacles. So maybe you wanted to in the recent past, but then as you slowly came into the realization that this person was not really wanting to work long term, that's when things kind of became they went a bit sour. So on the emotional level, you're getting over the fact that you didn't pay attention to your intuition. And I think that was one of the things that really hurt you the most about this relationship, is that you saw the signs of this person, yet you decided to indulge in it anyway. And you realized that that was a bad decision, because maybe the reason why this card got trampled is because it plays such a significant role in this reading. The Two of Wands normally indicates a person really mulling it over and deciding which decision to take. I think in the reverse, this indicates a bad decision which led to a betrayal. But because you didn't follow your intuition, High Priestess reverse, you're getting over that betrayal, and things are slowly, they're slowly becoming a bit more balanced in your life. However, you do think back to the fact that trusting this person was a bad idea. So on their side, they realize that what they were getting, you're no longer giving them the attention. They feel kind of a bit like a failure in many ways, that they weren't able to, keep you within their grasp. So they decided to cut you out. But in doing so, they put themselves in their own head. And this in turn led to I'm almost of the mind of thinking that if I were to look at this person on the right side, now take this as it resonates in your story. I think that the person on the right side decided to detach because they may have suspected player tendencies and felt that this wasn't worth the investment. Because on this side, in their feelings, it felt difficult for them to cut this out, but because they knew that the relationship was failing, they then decided to go into Queen of Swords mode, which is basically communicate clearly, ask a bit about the relationship, and when they found that it was going nowhere, they decided to cut you out. Or maybe they just behaved, if you were on the receiving end of this, they may have behaved really cold, detached, overthinking things, and in essence feeling like a failure. Because for this to be in their feelings, you have these swords here. You have the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. That's 9 swords there. That's precisely the type of energy where a person is really, really considering how they feel about this whole scenario. They even have 7 of Swords in their outward actions. When I look at the way that you're responding to the matter, whether this is past, present, or near future, you're striking out on your own. You're going to look at new opportunities. I see you speaking to people new and also doing this in a methodical, careful manner. Again, like with the Aries reading, if I'm not mistaken, this was a kind of a lesson that taught you about rushing into things too quickly. And unlike the Aries, which was basically like, I know I'm here to kind of like get my rocks off, I think after you did this, you're learning that some people are not meant to be trusted. Sometimes our curiosity can turn into our worst enemy at times. And it's important that we now start to work hard on vetting people in a truly courtship way, courtship manner. It's no longer like we just jump into things and then we realize that we made a mistake later. This Knight of Pentacles indicates that even though you're curious, like the Page of Wands, it's time for you to proceed with caution. Because I see here, yeah, you've actually been quite hurt in the past. And in being hurt by previous relationships, it's more important for us to learn those lessons before we jump into a new one. If we jump into a new relationship without first learning the lessons from the previous ones, we will repeat history. And they say history is often repeated. First is tragedy, second is farce. And you did not want to repeat this as farce. Good old Karl Marx wrote that. Lastly, we talk a little bit about how this person is responding to you. I think that with the 7 of Swords here, the Lovers, the King of Pentacles, this person is going to focus on their material environment. They're not going to really consider the strong connection that they have with you, because with the 7 of Swords and the Lovers together, this is a person that is self-sabotaging the strong connection that they feel with you, and they're instead focusing, as you can see, the King of Pentacles, he's looking away from the other activity here, while the 7 of Swords is looking towards it. So I often get in this particular, with the way that they're looking at things, I see that they're focused. They know that the connection is between the two of you is strong, but they refuse to actually acknowledge it. And instead, they're going to focus on the material world and their indulgence, and almost kind of like being lost in their own routines and activities. Now, this relationship obviously has been or will be in the future a missed opportunity. What will take place in the near future? You will manifest something better and new, which I think is the right way forward. And additionally, you will put in a significant amount of work and effort to make that happen. So I wouldn't worry too much about this past person. I think it's time for you to go ahead and, again, learn the lessons from the past, but additionally, do not be closed off to future opportunities. And I do see you doing that. You do have the curiosity, you are proceeding with caution, but it's because you've been hurt in the past. Whereas this person's just going to be like, no, I don't care. I'm just going to focus on my coin. Whereas they should be looking at those lessons. the advice for this is the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups reverse. So Queen of Pentacles is nurturing yourself. It's getting grounded, coming back to best, and learning more about what it is that you want to nurture and grow in the future. The Eight of Cups reverse. Why is the Eight of Cups reverse there? Let's see here. It's possible that you may have felt that recently your desire for a new start has been rather blocked. Maybe dating prospects have not been that forthcoming, and it's possible that you have maybe communicated with a lot of people only to find that that same energy keeps manifesting, because the Chariot is often guided by two sphinxes, which represents the positive and negative forces within the universe. So if that's coming to a halt, maybe the universe is, forcing you to pause, so that way you can get clear on what it is that you need to know or need to learn about this before you can have your new start. So that's the reason why you can't really walk away from this. You can't just ignore it like this person has tried to ignore it, because they'll come around and they'll have to experience that karma. And that will manifest and materialize for them as karma if they're not careful. But in your case, the advice to you: sit, nurture, understand what has taken place. Don't walk away from the lesson, because you will remain stuck there until you receive the knowledge of that. And so that's what I get from this particular reading. Now, thanks so much for joining. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the updates for future posts. Also, if you like a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me in the information provided in the description box. Thanks so much for joining. I always appreciate your time and energy. And until next time, love and light, and have a wonderful day.